Red Player Media, because no one's ever heard of the Blue Green Show.
I love the smell of bacon in the morning.
Welcome to the Keto Convert Podcast, the show that aims to make keto easy to follow, affordable, and doesn't overwhelm you with science. We'll go over tips, hacks, and how to overcome the social stigma that this is just way too hard. I have been converted, and I think you will be too. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Ryno, your fat-fueled ketogenic host, broadcasting from the nurturing biosphere of the mothership here at the home of Red Player Media. And as always, I've got Isaiah with me, the podcaster.
What's up?
The podcaster, the creator, the all-encompassing everything except when I talk.
Yeah, that's me.
And as you can see, we have video today. But chances are you're going to see me doing a lot of this. Because
look not at the camera.
Because I'm looking over at Isaiah.
Yeah.
So if you think that guy's got a nervous tick, I don't. I'm just looking over at
I've got a
Isaiah.
worse nervous tick, trust me. Yeah, mine's way worse.
So, Isaiah.
Yeah.
You know what often gets overlooked?
The sun in the direction it comes up in, which is east, in case you didn't know that.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. No, a garden fence.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was,
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Hit us with some housekeeping.
Housekeeping, folks. Of course, like you said at the beginning, this is under the Red Player Media. Is that right?
Yes.
RPM. I still get her on, and it's my own thing.
It's your it's something you've birthed yourself.
Yeah. Redplayermedia.com. You can check everything out on there. Of course, we got the Keto Convert Podcast, which comes out every Friday, and I like to start at the end of the week for some reason. That makes no sense. So Mondays, we got 3 guys, 1 movie, which is a show where we review movies every Monday with Nick, Jacob, and me. Every Tuesday and the occasional Thursday, we have Blast Plays, which we play video games, have fun times, and all that jazz. It's good stuff. And then every Wednesday is Blast Chamber Radio, the one that started it all. And I'm on that one with the other 2 fruitcakes as well. And then, like I said, of course, every Friday. Apparently, I forgot that it was going to be every other Friday.
Yes, originally.
Then, so we posted up the first episode, and then the next week I just posted the second episode, and you go, "Hey man, that's a good idea." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I totally forgot. We're supposed to do it every 2 weeks." So now it's every week. So
yes, I was actually listening to episode 4 this morning.
Yeah.
And yes, this is the magic of podcasting. We are delayed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a little peek behind the curtain, right? Anyway, but I was listening to it, and when we said every other, so now we're on the other. Well, we've decided to get rid of the other, and now we are just every Friday.
Every Friday.
And you know what? For continuity, it's probably better that way anyway.
Yeah, I think it works out better because the world could explode, and then like, how are we going to reference it that week whenever it comes out?
Exactly.
Yeah, people are like, "Come on, man, the world has exploded. You're not talking about it. It's a big deal. Who cares about keto?"
You know, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what made me just think of this, but I used to work for this old man, and he had,
as we all did.
Yeah, and he had 6 cartons of cigarettes at any given time, and we used to ask him, "Why in the world do you always have 6 cartons of cigarettes?" And his answer was, "Well, what if they quit making them?"
It's true.
So I thought,
that's pretty smart.
Well, if they quit making them, then you got 6 cartons, and that's it.
I wonder how long until they stop making cigarettes. How long?
I don't know. With the invention of this, you know, your cigarette juice.
Ishmeguro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of the cigarette juice or whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called, but
That's what it's called.
oh, very
It's
good.
smoking the internet.
Gotcha. I was in a gas station today because I had to rent a U-Haul to do some stuff this morning.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because you had to poo. No, okay.
I
That's
try,
usually why I'm in there.
I try not to poo in gas stations.
I only go in
unless it's a Buc-ee's.
Oh,
Home of
yeah.
the world's cleanest poo stalls.
It's very true. They are always clean and nice.
Well, they say restrooms, but I would, if they said poo stalls, I think that would drive.
I mean, it's more accurate and it's more fun to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poo is always funner to say.
Way more fun.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, I was in there and I had to rent a U-Haul, and the lady was like, "Well, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait just a minute," because she had a big line, and I was like, "That's fine," because they only had one person there.
Oh yeah.
And U-Hauls take forever to rent or whatever. So this girl, she was like, "Yeah, I want." The flavor was called ice pineapple or something like that.
Okay.
And the lady was going through it, and she was like, "I've got red pineapple, blue pineapple, cool pineapple, hot pineapple," and I was like, "How many stinking pineapples are there?"
The hell?
And she's like, "I've got red watermelon, blue watermelon." I was like, "What? I've never seen a blue watermelon."
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds good.
So any flavor they have like 5 or 6 different versions of said
What's
flavor.
What's the color indicate? Is red like bold?
Maybe
And
I don't
green's
know.
menthol pineapple?
I don't know, but the lady, you could just tell she was getting aggravated. She was just like, "Oh man," just like tossing them around. And it looked, when it was over, it looked like she had played. And they come in those little packets.
Yeah.
And it looked like she had just played 52 card pickup. All these there were packets everywhere.
Anytime I go in there, I panic because they're so far back, I can't read this tiny print on what the flavor is.
Yeah.
And so I panic and I just go, "Glah," and then I just say the same one almost every single time.
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, "Hey, I gave him the green one," and I'm like, "Ah, it's menthol." All right, well, give it to me. I already said it. I hate being the jerk that's like, "Hey, what kind of flavors you got?" There's a line behind me, and
Well, see, and this girl, I watched her. This lady, she walked over and she was staring and staring, and then she was like, "Okay," and then she came back and she asked for a specific flavor. So I figured, well, she had looked at that thing long enough that she probably knew what flavor it was. But then when she walked back over, like the lady had to dig through all these flavors, and I was like, "Oh man."
She picked the one they didn't have.
Yeah.
Can I have blue pineapple? We have 1,000 flavors here, and that's the one you picked that I don't have.
One, yeah. And on a second note, while we're on this, I just thought about this too. And again, I'm not trying to do a public service announcement, and we're talking about, it's supposed to be keto, we're talking about smoking, but today I seriously saw, and this is probably going to make a lot of people mad, but whatever. I saw a pregnant lady smoking.
Oh, really?
And man, I don't know, just inside my head, because I'm a little older, and in the 80s, for those of you that were kids in the 80s, there was a lot of talk about smoking while people were pregnant and deformed babies and things that could happen.
Yeah.
And so I just, I went through this whole just like catalog in my brain when I looked outside and I saw this lady smoking and she was pregnant, and it wasn't a heavy set lady. You could obviously tell.
You could tell, yeah.
It was a baby belly, not just a person. And man, I just got bombarded with all these, for lack of a better way to say it, propaganda posters and of the baby with the oblong head, and, and I was just like, "Oh, poor child." Anyway,
that's okay. It'll just come out with wanting to smoke. It's no big deal.
Yeah,
it's fine.
He'll pop out of the womb. It's a boy. Slap instead of crying. He'll be like, "Hey, doc, what are you? Give me a smoke."
Like baby.
It's like what was the
from Roger Rabbit?
Yes.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. Baby something. Baby Huey? No,
I
don't remember. You know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, he like smoked a cigar and drank and all.
Yeah,
all that other stuff.
Yeah, it was
crazy. And he was like from the 1920s.
Yeah,
but
I missed that cartoon.
Yeah,
movie.
Oh, now what I was originally going to talk about
keto.
Well, no, that's in a minute. That's coming up at a later. Not really, but that is coming up. Okay, so and I'm deferring to you because I know you would know this, but somebody told me yesterday that all the Avengers in-game trailers that have come out, that the studios have come out and said they were all fake. Have you heard that?
They haven't said that. That's wrong.
That's what somebody told me.
No, they came out and said that they're only like the first 15 to 10 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
But they're not fake. Okay. But they've also cut them in a way to be misleading. And you remember in Infinity War, whenever the Hulk was on Wakanda fighting with them? Mm-hmm. Well, that didn't happen. So that was fake.
Oh,
so who's to say what we've seen in the trailers, some of it is not fake as well?
And I saw it like a teaser trailer today, and they all were look like the same uniform.
Yep. That could be partially fake.
Tony Stark.
That could be fake as well.
Ant-Man, and then the guy that's in the The Patriot? Is that what is it called?
War Machine.
War Machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
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 Yeah, who knows? That could be fake. I don't know. We'll see in 5 weeks.
Yes.
4 weeks from listening to this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
excited.
knew that you would be the guy to talk to.
Yeah. I'm the guy. I'm the pro. I'm the not only the podcasting pro, but the Marvel pro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Not really.
My one-stop shop to anything I don't know.
Yeah.
I come to Isaiah.
Hey, what's this?
Like,
well, here's the long answer.
What exactly is the theory of relativity? Well, Ryan, it's like this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so do you have any more of that bacon-flavored seaweed?
Oh, it's in the top of the trash can. You want it?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I ate some more. It was good.
Really?
Yeah, we had bacon-flavored seaweed on a Blast Chamber for the 500th episode.
Yeah. Oh,
Tastes like
congratulations on that.
Thanks.
Since you were the only one that has been there for all 500.
I think I might have missed one.
Oh, okay.
One, I think.
Well, then I'll congratulate you next week when I know for sure because you've done $4.99, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then I heard Nick say he likes seaweed salad. Is that?
I think that Nick just says things to sound cool.
I've never heard of a seaweed salad.
I don't think that exists. I don't think anybody's heard of that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's probably the case.
Well,
yeah.
good job, Nick.
Yeah. Embellishing Sally.
Yes. And I'm sorry, Jacob. Gushers are not keto.
Yeah, Gushers are not keto.
Sorry.
Another reference to the Blast Chamber episode 500.
Yes.
Go check it out.
And I'm a listener to both Three Guys One Movie and Blast Chamber. So
Yes.
Not only am I a member, I'm also a client or whatever, kind of like the hair club, but obviously I do.
Yeah, minus there.
All right, so here we go. We're going to get down to what we're actually talking about, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've killed enough time here and ruined enough
Just
time.
10 minutes, no big
Yeah,
deal.
people probably already turned off. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah.
I used to love the Keto Convert
Yeah.
podcast. and
Now you just
he's
talk about
talking
Marvel.
cigarettes and Marvel.
That quick we lost them. Oh,
And-
well.
And we're done.
Yeah.
Thank you. We lasted 4.5 episodes.
Good record.
Yes. So this episode is actually going out to Nick, because the seaweed embellisher, because on Blast Chamber he said something about, man, why doesn't Ryno talk about supplements? And I was going to at one point, so I just decided why not go ahead and do it now. So
Yeah, perfect time.
here is some rundowns of some supplements. Some of them I take, some of them I don't take, some of them I did take, so on and so forth. So the first one ought to be the easiest that anybody should ever think of because, as we know, keto is all about fat, right? Fat, right?
Yeah.
And in the last episode, you heard us talk about the keto flu and you must consume fat. So the best type of fat you can consume is what they call omega-3 fatty acids, right? Omega-3. So that's going to be in fish. So the easiest way to get it without eating fish is fish oil, right? So
Right.
take fish oil. That would be a supplement to take. Another supplement you can take is called collagen. And collagen does a few different things. It actually helps you feel a little bit better. So if you're kind of having problems with some what you feel in your stomach, excuse me, it helps you feel a little better there. It also helps your hair and fingernails grow a little better and a little stronger. Obviously, for the hair part, it didn't work for me, but that's that. I was gone long before I ever started doing keto. I used to, and it's funny on this collagen deal. As a kid, up until a few years ago, I had a really, really bad habit of biting my fingernails.
Yeah.
I just bit them like crazy. And so my fingernails look pretty bad from years of being bit, you know. But what's weird is whenever I do take collagen, it's like all of a sudden it's like I want to bite my fingernails all the time. I don't know. It's weird. So take collagen for healthy hair and nails, but if you're prone to biting your fingernails, maybe don't.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know. It's weird. It drives me to do it. And like I said, it helps you feel better. So if you're having any trouble with digestion, it kind of helps that. Vitamin B isn't really anything that you necessarily need to take. I like it though, and it gives me a little bit of I guess you could say a pick-me-up, but it's not it's not like an energy thing,
Yeah.
but it just, I don't know, it just kind of helps with my attitude a little bit, makes me a little friendlier, a little happier, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it could all be like a placebo effect, but I don't know. I like it. I don't know. I mean, it's not, you don't have to by any means.
I haven't taken anything yet. I've been thinking about it, but I don't know. I lost a little bit more weight, not too much, but I'm not gaining. So I don't know if I want to start taking anything yet, but I might, depending on how it goes.
Yeah. You still doing your push-ups and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing them. I don't know. It's
Nice.
just 10 to 20 push-ups a day. I don't really think much is doing anything, but maybe at day 360, you might see a couple muscles here and
Yeah,
there.
there
We'll
you
see,
go. And then, are you gonna go for the Rocky Balboa one-armed push-ups?
Woof. Man, I haven't been able to do a one-arm push-up in a long time. We'll see how it goes. Those are pretty tough.
Yeah, they
and then
are.
the finger.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
The Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of Bruce Lee, I heard a deal on the radio coming in today that Wilt Chamberlain, he was a basketball player. Anyway, he was in some movies, and they were talking to a younger basketball player to see if he really knew who Wilt Chamberlain was, and talking about movies he was in. He's like, yeah, I saw him in the movies with Bruce Lee and all that. And that was actually Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in the movie with.
Wow.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so another supplement that has nothing to do with keto, but I used to take it when I was dealing with high blood pressure problems before I started doing keto, and keto has helped me with my blood pressure issues.
Yeah.
But for anybody that, even if you're doing keto and you're still having a little bit of issues with high blood pressure, it's called niacin.
I think I've heard this one before.
And if you take it, you need to be careful. You need to get you a pill.
Oh, that was
Cutter.
Nissan. Sorry.
Nissan.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
Get you. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. You completely drew me off, man.
I did that on purpose.
That's awesome. I'm coming back. I can see the light. Come back to the light. Anyway, but or actually go away from the light, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, but if you, I keep doing this, and this is the international sign for pill cutter.
Okay.
Go to Walmart, because I'm thinking you go to Walmart and you put in that thing and it cuts it. That's why I was doing that. Anyway, get niacin, but cut it like into quarters.
Yeah.
Because what happens is niacin causes what's called a flush, and what it's doing is all your blood vessels are opening up to help blood more freely flow, and so it opens them up, and when it does, you get what's called a flush, and you get hot. Your skin may even get a little red, and it feels like a sunburn, basically. And I remember the first time I took niacin, I didn't take heed and take a small dose. And so what I did is I took a large dose, and basically I had to lay on the floor in my underwear under a fan because it was so hot. It was so hot.
Weird.
But the thing that is kind of weird is the most relaxing, best feel you can ever have is that rush lasts, depending on how much you take, 15 to 45 minutes. So the first time I took way too much, and it lasted 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But once the flush goes away, it is you have this cooling effect and relaxing effect, and it's a very, very pleasant feeling.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll take it like right before you go to bed, and then the flush happens while you're asleep and you don't experience it.
Interesting. You just blow a really cold fan on you while you sleep.
Yeah. And they do make a non-fleshing,
non-fleshing is the word you're looking for. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I got it. I looked that up.
Formula.
Yeah.
Google. Anyway, but the thing is, whatever causes it to do that can cause problems for people. So I recommend just take it before you go to bed.
Yeah.
That way you'll experience that while you're asleep and you don't experience it at all. But that actually helps you. It can help you lower your blood pressure because it opens up. Like I said, it opens your blood vessels up and allows your blood to freely flow.
Yeah.
But I haven't taken it since I was able to lower my blood pressure through keto, so I don't take it anymore. Interesting thing about niacin is the guy that started the 12 Alcoholics Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
he started Alcoholics Anonymous, and all these people were basically, he got to the root cause that the reason why a lot of people struggled with alcohol was self-worth issues, depression issues, and things like that. And what he found he found niacin. And I told you that when the flush is over, that relaxing feeling.
Yeah.
And what happened is he would have people take it in small doses, and they wouldn't get much of the flush, but they would get most of the relieving feeling, and so it would help them with their depression and things like that. But what happened he had already had Alcoholics Anonymous going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he had some of the drug companies come in, and what had happened was big pharma, if you will, basically told him he couldn't, because niacin is just a vitamin.
Yeah.
That he couldn't, they wouldn't let him push niacin because they already had so much money and big pharma in it. So
yeah.
I don't want to get off on that tangent, but if you take niacin a little bit at a time, it actually can help you with your mood. It can help you with blood pressure. It's a pretty good thing. It doesn't have anything to do with keto though. And caffeine. The caffeine that is in coffee, actually the caffeine in coffee is a little different than some other caffeines. And for some reason, the caffeine that's in coffee actually is a catalyst to get fat moving to be burnt.
Okay.
So like when you wake up in the morning, now there's some people that if you and we'll talk about this at a later episode. I know you always hear me say that, but intermittent fasting, we'll talk about that at a later episode. Some people don't recommend that you drink coffee if you're fasting, and we'll talk about reasons for that at another time. But if you're not an intermittent faster, which I'm not, then if you drink coffee in the morning, not only does it help you, get up and go, but it's also a catalyst that it starts to move any fat that you still have from the night before that didn't get burnt. It peps it up and gets it really going, so that you can start burning the fat earlier. So it kind of helps move it along. But there are three main supplements, three main things that most people's bodies are already somewhat deficient in, but it becomes a little worse with keto because you start to cut out some foods, right? So the number one thing that you're deficient in is electrolytes, right?
Yeah.
Because you're flushing ketone bodies, you're peeing a lot, because remember I said a carb holds so much water, and as you're getting rid of carbs, so you're losing water. That's why you got to make sure and drink water. Well, what happens is as you're peeing all this out, you're also peeing out electrolytes, right? So not only does your body need water to stay hydrated, but it also needs electrolytes to stay hydrated. So that's why you use pink Himalayan sea salt, like I talked about in the last episode, to salt your food, because the more salt and electrolytes you have, you're able to retain some of that water.
Right.
So electrolytes. So you can either get electrolytes through an electrolyte supplement, which I take an electrolyte supplement, and I take one tablet every morning. And it's kind of strange, but it actually kind of helps give me some energy as well too. If I don't drink coffee, but I take one of those, then I'm good. And there's actually a lot of ketogenic athletes, endurance athletes, like runners and things like that, and Ironman competitors and stuff like that. And they're actually to the point now where they'll wake up in the morning and they don't even eat. They just take some electrolyte supplements, and the salt of the electrolyte actually gives them more hydration along with water and more energy to go run a mile or do an Ironman competition or whatever than eating sugar or whatever. So sometimes you'll see these, if you watch, and I don't know if you do, but for anybody out there that watches like CrossFit competition, you'll see these people eat this like goo looking stuff, and that's basically just sugar. Well, these ketogenic endurance athletes, they just consume salt, and there's actually been studies that salt is actually better for you and more sustainable than a sugar rush, right? Because a sugar rush lasts for so long, and then you
crash,
bottom out.
Right.
Where a salt rush or electrolyte rush, it goes and then it eventually starts to fizzle out, but there's no crash.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's pretty interesting.
What? So you take the one? What do you take? Any others?
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
I take personally, I take the electrolyte. This next one I don't take because I get it from avocados and things like that. But you start to become deficient in potassium. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can either take a potassium supplement, which some people do, I don't, or you can eat avocados. And avocados have, I think we talked about it last episode, about 15 times the amount of potassium as a banana.
Yeah.
So, and potassium is
And
a big
less
thing.
nuclear. Yeah.
Yeah, but potassium is a big thing. I mean, my grandfather, when he was still alive, his potassium levels got off, and he was out of it. He didn't know what was going on. So your potassium levels are important, when you're young. But so you can either take a supplement or you can get that from food. The other big one, and I do take this one, is magnesium. Okay, magnesium. Most people are deficient in magnesium anyway, just in general.
In general, yeah.
But when you cut things out of your diet to follow a ketogenic diet, you become even more deficient in magnesium.
Mm-hmm.
There's things you can eat to help your magnesium, leafy greens, broccoli, kale, spinach, things like that. But they're not enough to really tip the balance back or to make you square or even again.
For what you're losing.
Of what you're losing.
Yeah.
So you really, really need to get, if there was one supplement that I would say above all else is magnesium.
Okay.
Now I'm really not a big supplement guy. There are a couple supplements I take. I mean, in a perfect world, I would get all of everything I need from foods, right? But life gets in the way.
Yeah.
I don't have the money to stock with all these organ meats and all this other kind of stuff that you need. So if I was to say just one supplement to take, it would be magnesium.
Yeah, okay.
And magnesium serves a few different functions, but I would recommend, now on a lot of times magnesium on the bottles, it'll say to take 2 pills, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. I don't find that optimal because magnesium also helps your body relax a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I take it at night before I go to bed, and I have some of the most restful sleep. I wake up in a good mood. Things are good.
Yeah.
That would be the number one supplement I talk about. I mean, that I would recommend for anybody would be magnesium, and it's fairly cheap.
Yeah.
Magnesium is pretty cheap.
Okay. What else do you take?
Magnesium citrate or magnesium chelated magnesium, either one is good.
Okay.
For me, and again, that would be the only one I recommend.
Yeah.
What I personally take is I take magnesium, I take electrolytes, I take vitamin B, just because it may be placebo, but I like the way it makes me feel, and I take vitamin C. Okay? Now, here's something that's very interesting. I heard a study a while back that most people that are on keto don't get as sick as regular people.
Yeah.
Now, because you're my friend and we've talked, but my kids and my wife have been sick.
Yeah,
my youngest daughter,
it's been the same in the house.
yeah, my youngest daughter actually had the flu and strep throat at the same time.
Yep.
And my wife got it, my kids got it, and except for a little bit of a runny nose one day, I didn't get anything.
Yeah, I didn't get anything either.
So
I lucked out.
So here's the rub. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a study that came out that said, you always hear that when you're sick, take vitamin C, right? Because you need vitamin C. You need vitamin C, right? Well, there was a study that said that in the standard American diet, the reason why people need to take vitamin C is because they're deficient in vitamin C. What that means is vitamin C and carbs fight for the same space in your body.
Okay.
They fight for it. And so if you're not supplementing with vitamin C, then the carbs are winning out, and any vitamin C that you get from oranges or anything else.
Sunny D.
Yeah, Sunny D. Yeah, exactly. You got some purple stuff, some soda, and Sunny D.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
always the purple stuff, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, but I wonder if that's where purple drink. Never mind.
I don't know. It's kind of somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Jones can tell us. Anyway, but so what happens is in the standard American diet, which contains a lot of carbs, they're fighting for the same space, and vitamin C is losing. And so that's why you're getting sick. So for me, not only do I do keto, so there's no carbs fighting for the little bit of vitamin C I get from, and you can get vitamin C from all kinds of things. You can get it from the sun. You can get it from lemon juice. You can get it from different foods that you eat. There's things that contain vitamin C. Plus, I supplement in vitamin C just because it's something I've always done. Again, you don't have to do it. It
Right.
could be a waste of money, but I can get it for fairly cheap at Costco. You can get a big thing of vitamin C. And so what happens is I'm on keto, so there's not carbs fighting for that same space as the vitamin C. Plus, I supplement in vitamin C. And so my vitamin C count is higher than the rest of my family's.
Yeah.
And so it may sound whatever, and I'm not a scientist, and I'm obviously not a doctor, but
Sure seems
there's
like it
something
helps.
to be said. And for
Yeah.
you've been doing keto here for a little while, and I know you don't supplement with vitamin C, but you've been doing keto, and you yourself, you said you're the only one that didn't catch it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's pretty weird.
So
I figured I was going to catch it any day.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the hammer to fall. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The other shoe to drop, whatever you call it. But I tell you what, it's. I read that study, I heard about it, and I thought, I don't know, I guess we'll see. And sure enough, I didn't catch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, you
That's
know,
not
and-
wood, that's plastic, but
Oh,
nice
great.
try.
But and neither did you. So there may be some
Could
validity
be.
to that.
Yeah, you never know. Could be.
So I think that's pretty interesting. So yeah, if you're going to take anything away from this, the supplements or the main supplement that I recommend is magnesium. Period. End of story. If there's only going to be one thing you take or one thing you're interested in taking, take magnesium. Other than that, if you're a pretty active person, electrolytes, anything else doesn't really matter.
Right.
You don't need to supplement potassium. If you can force yourself to eat avocados, you're just as good. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a waste of money. The vitamin C is probably a waste of money. The vitamin B is probably a waste of money. I probably won't buy those again once they're gone.
Yeah.
But magnesium is the main thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. So,
Oh, is that your phone?
yes. Sorry. So.
Oh, is that what that noise was?
Yeah. So, with that, yeah. How about that? So, thanks for tuning in. I hope that answers some questions for some people. I hope that maybe gives you a direction in some of the places you want to go. And until next time, may your days be filled with fat and